Welcome to the Winter Sports Preview here. We're Media Day, and with us is our head men's basketball coach, Brett Kopp, in your third season. Brett, big year, expecting a lot of new expectations. Graduate 6 seniors who were pretty good. New crop of seniors coming in who you expect to put a lot of expectations on. Talk a little about the transition from last year and this year and what you expect from the 23-24 team.
Well, some of our seniors coming back had a lot of vital minutes in some of our games last year, so we're really looking forward to them expanding on that role. We got a bunch of young kids who are big, athletic. They play really hard, so that's what we're looking for. That's my only expectation, and so far so good. They've really impressed me with that.
Right, in your third year, as you've come in, now you're familiar with the league and the teams that we play. What are some of the things that you see that are important if we're going to be successful with our schedule?
We've got to be able to take care of the basketball, number one. And sometimes our best offense will be offensive rebounds, and we've got to win the rebounding battle on both ends. I think those two things, if we can do that, if we can limit turnovers and create extra points, then we'll be pretty good.
Coach, it'd be behoove if I didn't talk about the basketball court. They're going to see a new court here at the Garbery. You and I kind of put a little time into that. Talk a little bit about that floor and what that looks like and what that feels like for you as a coach to be able to coach into a floor that has got a new look to it.
Well, we modernized it a little bit. There's no longer logos on the sidelines, which is nice. Piqua's they're willing to spend some money, make everything look good. So our job is to put a good product on the floor and on a good-looking floor.
Coach, we wish you all the best as you move forward. One quick question, though, as we wrap up. What would you say this year in our league and in our non-league games? You get 4 non-league games, including our Christmas tournament. What's it like to have our own Christmas tournament here, holiday tournament, in particularly in between the time that are our conference games?
Well, it's great because it's 2 extra home games, and there's really good teams. I mean, this year we got the D4 state runner-up, a D4 regional finalist. We got Meadowdale, who's always had solid teams. So it's going to be a good basketball here. Kind of gets you out of – there's 18 league games. Being able to play some non-league games is nice. Get them away from the norm and do something different.
Real quick, I know I said it was the last question, but this will be the last one. Talk a little about our seniors in particular. 3 guys that we're going to talk to here. We're going to talk to Mickey Tate and Roman Medley. Talk about those 3 guys and how they fit into the program.
Well, it's funny because they're all different. They get along really well. They all have their own different types of things that will help us in basketball, but they're great kids, great academics, fun to be around. Like this whole team, they're fun to be around. We enjoy coming to practice, so those 3 lead the way with that.
Makes it nice to coach, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All the best to you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to talk to Mickey. We're going to talk to Roman and Tate when we return. With us now are our boys basketball seniors. They're going to introduce their name and the position they play.
My name is Mickey Anderson, and I'm a point guard.
Roman Medley, I'm a forward.
Tate Coolman, shooting guard.
Guys, we're getting ready for basketball season. You guys are in your scrimmage mode right now. What are some of the things you're looking forward to this year, maybe a little bit goals-wise? Tate, we'll start with you and we'll roll on down.
I'm really looking forward to games. I do enjoy practice, but games are more fun. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Goals, yeah.
Just having above 500 season, having a good season.
Okay. Roman.
I'm looking forward to our first game December 1st, and my only goal is about the 500. I think we got that this year.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to getting started and getting the games rolling, and then my goal is the MVL title.
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, I think when you look at your schedule and our schedule, you've got 18 league games, and then you got 4 non-leagues. We were talking about this with Coach Kopp. You guys are a little unique. You get a holiday tournament that's right smack dab in the middle of the conference season. Talk a little bit about, though, maybe some games you're looking forward to in playing this year.
Definitely the Troy game, Sydney game, and Tip game. Those are some tough teams that we usually struggle with, but I think this year.
It's our year.
Yeah, yep.
And last year, we didn't struggle with the Jackets.
Nope.
Right, okay.
Troy. That's
Right.
I'm going to go with Mickey and Troy, Sydney and Tip, but I'm looking forward to Tip more.
Yeah, and those games have been competitive, and we've been in them, and I know we're looking to try to get over the hump. One of the things I see when I see you guys is I see multi-sport athletes. You know, you're guys that play baseball and football and track. Talk a little about the importance of, from your standpoint, what it's like to be a two-sport, three-sport athlete and be a multi-sport athlete. You like playing other things.
Being a multi-sport athlete, a lot of people look up to you. And then being a senior, you got to be a leader, so that's something you always got to keep in mind of.
Absolutely.
Being a multi-sport athlete, it's fun. I mean, you see different aspects of every sport and how everything's different.
It's definitely fun, keeps you busy, but gives you a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. You guys certainly are leaders, and we certainly wish you all the best. And as we get into this 23-24 season, I know good things will happen for you all. Before we sign off, though, I do want to ask you this. I did this in the fall. We're going to find out if we have any changes for some of you that we talked to. Some of this is going to be new. You binge watch any shows. What shows, if you do binge watch, what shows do you binge watch?
I'll be honest, I don't really watch very many shows. I live out in the country, so our service is a little bad. But
do you listen to music?
I listen to music. I listen to a lot of country. Actually, I listen to pretty much everything, but my main music.
What's on your iPod before a game? What do you listen to?
Probably a little bit of pop and rap.
All right, okay. Pop and rap for me.
I don't really watch any shows either.
What's on your? Let's change the question. I think that's probably better. What's on your? What are you listening to before the game?
Kodak Black. Kodak Black.
All right.
Probably Eminem.
Eminem. Ooh, a little old school. Okay. All right. Well, very good, guys. All the best to you. We wish you all the best as you guys get into the season. All right. We're going to come back. We're going to talk girls hoops when we return. We'll be right back. With us now is our head girls basketball coach, Bruce Vanover, in your second year. Coach, what a difference a year makes. Here you are in your second year, getting ready to roll. What's your feelings and thoughts as you're getting ready to roll the 23-24 campaign out?
Excited. Last year was definitely a challenge. Had a great summer with the girls. Girls played about 55 games this summer, and as we've talked several times, one of the biggest things for the girls was they just need court time. They need to be on the court, learning the game, and our girls put a lot of work in, so we're kind of excited for what's coming up this season. Hopefully we can make a little bit different showing than last season.
Coach, one of the things that you and I talk about a lot in last season, but certainly in the off season, is mindset, and the mindset our kids have now.
Sure.
What's the difference our mindset our kids have now than they did even at the end of last season?
I think the mindset is that we're here coaching basketball and it's not personal. I think our kids last year, any corrections, sometimes they took to heart, not realizing we were coaching the game of basketball. It wasn't directed at them. One of the comments a couple coaches have made since we've been scrimmage this year is just how well the girls take tough coaching and how they can tell that they're absorbing what's being said as a basketball challenge, not a personal challenge. I think that's huge for us, getting a little bit of grit.
Coach, we got nice thing about this group is you really returned all of your players with the exception of one senior who graduated last year. You get everyone back so they know your system, they know your expectations. Talk a little bit about this year's seniors. What do you expect from them?
Great leadership. Our five seniors really have put in a lot of work, a lot of time. They lead by example. They say the right things, and I think really the most impressive thing is we can actually run a practice and get through the whole practice schedule. Where last year we were missing half a practice schedule just because it took so long to get things in. Now they're in, they're clipping. We can add new things. We can work on reading defenses versus running an offense, and it's been really a nice adjustment in a short amount of time.
Coach Kopp and I talked earlier in the show about schedule in the league, and now that you've been through the league once, what are some of the expectations you have? Not necessarily in standings and how the Lady Indians will finish, but really in terms of schedule, what you anticipate our league to be like this year.
Well, I think last year for us, if I looked at any game from night to night, I always said most games were like a 30-70 game. I felt like we really only had a 30% chance of winning it if we didn't execute more near perfect, where I feel like going into this year, having a year under our belt, working with this group, going through the league, seeing the competition, I feel like we'll be in a lot more 50-50 games where if we play up to our standards, we have a chance to win any game on any night. I know there's a couple teams that are going to be at the top, and those will be challenges for us, but I think we'll be ready to close the gap whether we win or not, but we can close the gap on the teams and make it more of a ball game.
Coach, one of the things that we're going to see that's different in this schedule is we're going to see you guys are going to have the opportunity to play behind the boys in a doubleheader on Friday night and a Tuesday at Butler and with Xenia. What's that like for you, knowing that you guys get to be on the main event?
Hey, I think it's exciting. And you and I had talked, and I'm like, let's do it. And you're like, well, what do the girls think? They want to play. So once I presented it to them, they were like, oh, they're excited to play in front of a bigger crowd, let people see them showcase what they've been working on. And if they come out and perform, it just will spread, and maybe some of those fans will start coming to some girls' games. So I think it's a great opportunity for the girls to prove that they work just as hard as anybody else and get a bigger crowd to see them. I think that's important for them.
Coach, I know it'll be a good year for you. It'll be another year of growth and improvement for Piqua girls basketball. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
We're going to come back. We're going to talk to some of our girls senior players, and we're going to find out what's in their mind as they get into this 23-24 season. We'll be right back. With us now are our girls senior players for basketball. They're going to introduce their name and the position that they play.
I'm Ashlyn. I'm a post.
I'm Logan Spradlin. I'm a guard. I'm Abby Brookhart. I'm a post.
Abby, let's talk a little bit about first with you. What's it like? What's it like to be part of the girls basketball program? When you come into practice, you can tell it's just different. It's a little different than some of the others, not for bad or good, but it's just different. What's it like for you?
I love it. I think the energy is really good, and I feel like we always come in ready to work, especially this season. I feel like a lot's changed, so we're really motivated to go out and get some more wins this year.
Good. Logan, on your end, what do you see what brings you to practice? You guys are 15 minutes early. Why do you come so early?
So we communicate more. We're running the plays better. Bruce ain't talking as much to us because he knows we're getting what we need. And so, yeah.
Good. How about you, for Ash? What drives you to participate and play?
Well, last year was a really big building year for us, but this year, if you just come in to the gym anytime we're practicing, you can see how much work we've put in.
A lot of energy. And one of the things that Coach talked about was in your off season, the summer, you guys played 55 games, you went to camp, you build a lot of camaraderie with him, morale with things. But you're in your scrimmages now. You're just getting ready to open up. In fact, you open up a week from today against Graham. That's exciting for you. You're gonna the rubber's gonna hit the road. What are you guys? What goals do you have for yourself this year? It could be as a team, and it doesn't have to be any one particular thing. Maybe it's a small thing. Well, what are some things that you would like to see as a team must achieve?
I would really want to see us get some more wins this year because we've put in so much work for it. We deserve it.
More wins. Okay, Logan?
Again, what she said, I think we could have a winning record this year. Even a first tournament win, I'm hoping.
First tournament win. It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Long minute.
A long minute, yes it has.
All right.
I think that we definitely need to win some more games this year, but I also feel like beating Troy is going to be like a big thing for us. Last year we went really like head and head with them in our first game, so I feel like this is like our comeback year, kind of proving to them that, hey, we're not the same team that we were last year. So.
Let's talk about the game that you look forward to on the schedule. Is it more than one team, or is it just the one team?
It's just that team down south. Troy.
Yeah, mainly Troy, yeah.
Troy. Okay, so we know the Trojans are on the burner. I'm going to ask you an off the target question. I asked this happen in the fall, so we're going to find out, what do you guys like to binge watch on your spare time? And if you don't watch TV, maybe something that you listen to. Binge watch television. What's
I've been watching The One Piece.
The One Piece. Where can you find that at?
It's on Netflix.
I've been watching The Rookie. It's a pretty good show.
Oh, yeah. Surprised me though.
Yeah. You know, I'm a big Disney movie person. That's about all that I watch is Disney Plus is coming in clutch lately, you know? Inside Out on repeat, you know?
Good. Ladies, all the best to you. We wish you luck, and not just in here the next week, but throughout the season. Good luck to your senior year. We'll be back. We're going to talk a little bit more winter sports when we return. We are now in the swimming pool here at the YMCA. Actually, this will be the last year you'll see us in this particular pool because they're building a brand new YMCA right across the street. With us right now is our head coaches, Betsy South and Katie Stewart, our assistant coach. Betsy, introduce a little bit what the 23-24 swim team might look like.
Well, we've got a few great swimmers coming back. One was a district qualifier last year. We've got some good swimmers coming in, so we expect to have hopefully a few more going to districts this year.
Fantastic. Katie, I'm going to talk to you as a former swimmer in the program and coming back as an assistant and, of course, teaching at the school. What's it been like for you to be back in the program, in a program that you once participated as a swimmer?
It's actually really great. I enjoy being on that side of, like, the other side, being that coach and just being able to inspire the kids with something that I really enjoy.
One advantage that you have is you're actually in the building, so you get to see these kids every day, and if they have a place to go to and talk with, what's it been like to be in the building? Have you found that to be an advantage for you?
Yes, I specifically have one swimmer in one of my classes, so it's nice to be able to have that kind of more communication with that swimmer, to be able to be like, hey, I have you in class, and I also have you as a swimmer.
Betsy, as we go forward, I know we're getting ready for a schedule here that's swimming's a little different. You know, it's not like it's a little bit more like track and field where you do duels or you don't do duels, you do big meets. Although we do duels, and we'll have some tries and some quads. Let's talk about some of the home meets that people can come watch here at the Piqua, here at the YMCA. What are some of our home meets that we have?
We will be home on December 9th and December 16th. And
who will be swimming those?
A couple different teams. Greenville will be at 1. Miami East will be at 1. Arcanum and Sonia will be at one of them. Greenville, did I say Greenville? Greenville will be at 1. So.
And don't we talk about senior night? Senior night.
Senior night will be our meet in February. It's the first Saturday. We're swimming against St. Henry then. So we will do senior night that night.
It's an opportunity. One thing that this different is we talk about pool length, and this is meters, yards. So this is going to be meters, but we'll swim in a lot of yard pools. What does that mean for people out there? What does that mean? Because for postseason, so we get into your sectionals and districts, you're going to be into your yard pool. So as a former swimmer, what does that mean?
It just means that our pool that we can't really qualify per se, like get our scores in. We have to go to schools like Trotwood and swim there to get those qualifications and everything.
But the kids still can swim here and get those same opportunities.
They can definitely swim here and get the opportunities, and it's great because having it at our home pool, obviously you've swimmed at it, you understand, you know what to expect. So yeah, it's good practice.
Talk about what some of the meets that the kids look forward to, Betsy, and then in your experiences that they've enjoyed. One thing I can think of is a Southwest meet.
That's exactly what I was going to say, the Southwest Classic. It's one of the largest high school swim meets in the country with about 120 teams spread over several different pools. But they can swim all kinds of different events, not just typical high school events. So I think they really enjoy being able to show what they can do in the other events.
I'll be interested in talking to our captains, but talk a little bit about our captains and our leadership this year. Who are we going to be talking to, and what are some of the things that some of the reasons why they're our captains?
So for our 4 captains, we have Simon Baker, we have Ava Casto, Evan Clark, and Ashlyn Gerhart. The reason we picked them is because they have shown leadership just in practice, and even though we've been practicing, about 3, almost 4 weeks roughly, they have been that great leadership to those kids that are new. We have about 3 new swimmers this year, and they've just been great in kind of leading them and demonstrating the strokes that we're practicing and everything. So that's one of the big things that we're looking for in those captains.
It certainly helps to have people that can lead and kids want to follow, and those are 4 good, solid kids. We're going to talk to those captains here shortly, but we certainly wish you all the best this year, guys.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to talk to those captains when we return. We are now with our captains of our swim team. They're going to introduce their name and the grade that they're in and their favorite events they swim.
I'm Simon Baker, grade 12, and my favorite events are the 50 free and 100 breast.
All right.
I'm Evan Clark. I'm a junior, and my favorite events are the 100 back and the 100 free.
I'm Ava Casto. I'm in 12th grade in 50 free and 100 breast.
I'm Ashlyn Gerhart. I'm a junior, and my favorite events are the 200 IM and the 100 back.
So for you guys, this is you guys are coming off of a year where you guys really started to had a good season. Evan, in particular, you making the districts, and you had quite a following of the districts. It's when I say following, you had a lot of your swim teammates showed up. You remember that, right? Why don't you talk a little bit about, for you, what it's like to come back with the idea that, hey, is district something you'd like to do again, and then some?
Yeah, so districts was awesome, first of all, and it'd be great to go again. Now we'll see if I get the opportunity, but it would be really cool if I got there again.
Sweet. Well, I'd like you guys to talk about, for him, that was probably one of his favorite highlights from last year, but I'd like you guys to tell us about what your favorite meets that you're looking forward to this year. Simon?
Well, probably MVL, because last year I think I got second in the 50 free, so maybe get first this year. That'd be nice, but we'll see. We'll see.
Right. Yep.
Probably sectionals, because it's a really fun meet.
Sectionals.
I think sectionals and senior night.
All right, senior night or senior afternoon?
Yeah, senior afternoon.
I'm looking forward to the Southwest Classic, going for a school record this year.
I like high expectations. We should say senior afternoon, I believe, is February 10th, if I remember correctly, and that'll be against St. Henry. Coach I talked about that a little bit earlier. Let's talk to the seniors real quick. And what's it like for you two? You said 12th grade earlier. For those that don't know what 12th grade is, that's seniors. You guys are seniors. What's it like to be a senior in a program? You guys have been involved with this program for a long time.
Oh, well, it's definitely interesting because I saw people that were seniors when I came in, but they're gone now, and it's me kind of filling in their roles, so it's interesting to kind of be leading the younger people and, kind of being that person up there.
Well, and Simon, you've had some injuries that you've had to battle through, and swimming's kind of been that one sport you've been able to kind of compete in, be competing heavily. And as you said last year, you got a silver medal at the MVL championship. So what is it like for you, knowing, I'm sure, in terms of expectations of your own personal side?
I mean, I just like to kind of improve every year, but that's kind of, with the injury, it was difficult, but I like to see it
through.
Yeah.
All right, Simon. Ava, how about you? Here we are. You're a person, again, been in the program a long time. What's your expectations for yourself?
I don't really have anything big.
But you're looking forward
to being part of it, yeah.
Hey, but one thing I've noticed about you through the years is you've always kind of been that one person who's taking care of everybody. And you've been making sure that everybody gets to where they need to get to, and that's why you're in the position of being a captain. What's it like for you to be a captain? Very special, you gotta believe, right?
Yeah, special and awarding, I guess.
I think what coaches, your expectations that you helping our young guys and our young ladies. You guys got some young talent, and I know it's going to be a good year for the Indians. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get to something a little bit more important that these people are going to be more interested in. Has nothing to do with swimming, but we're going to talk about binge watching. What do you like to binge watch when you're on your own? Their minds were thinking down there. What do you think?
All right, well,
this has got to be good.
I've been working on
from the Baker house.
Watching through Arrow right now.
Arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's a good one.
Yeah. It's a lot.
What season are you on?
I think 6.
Oh, you're serious.
Yeah.
You're grinding through.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd probably be The Simpsons for me.
It's a classic. Yeah, that's a classic. You watch that with your dad, probably, right? No. Okay. Probably a good idea not to.
I don't know. I don't have anything specific, just anything, really.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this question. What do you listen to in your headphones before meets?
I listen to country music.
All right, country. All right, I'll get you rolling.
I normally binge watch Grey's Anatomy.
Wife has been watching the same stuff. It's a good go-to, isn't it?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right, well, guys, thanks a lot. All the best to you guys, and wish you guys all the best of a season. All right, we're going to talk bowling. When we come back, you're going to see us at the bowling alley. With us now is our head varsity girls bowling coach, Jason Jenkins. Jason, hard to believe you're going into year 9. You just reminded me you've been 18 years with the program. We're rolling yet out another season. Talk a little bit about girls bowling and what are the expectations that you have for this team.
I'm expecting a lot of things out of these girls. We've got a lot of new ones. But we have several of them that are doing well in practices and stuff. Our first match is Thursday for varsity, so we're hoping to do a lot of good things this year. So,
Coach, you lose some key seniors, I know, last year, but you're looking to talk about this year's seniors and some of our bowlers that we should be watching out for.
Allison and Kaylee are seniors that are coming back, and we have Raina Huber that's starting this the first year, but Allison and Kaylee will be doing a lot of good things. Allison is probably going to be one of the few seniors that's going to do well. Kaylee will do well as well. But we have Adriana, which is a freshman that she's just now started picking up the ball, and she is doing really well.
Wonderful.
So, and then Kaylee will probably be the highlight of the team, and then we got Miranda coming back as a junior.
Coach, talk about the opener. We open up on Thursday. Talk about who we are opening up with, and then a little bit about the league.
Yeah, the Miami Valley League is usually a tough towards the top, and we're opening up against Xenia, and we fare fairly well with Xenia. For the most part, it's one of those things that we can just have to keep our heads on straight and focus on what we need to do, and hopefully we get a lot of wins against those top teams up there.
Coach, wish you all the best in getting your season started as you go through the season.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
All right, thank you.
We're now with our girl bowler seniors. They're going to introduce themselves right now.
I'm Kaylee Elliott.
Allison Hicks.
Raina Huber.
Ms. Huber, I want to have you talk a little bit about the season. What are some of your goals and expectations, not maybe just for yourself, but maybe for the team? You have one?
JJ, come with me.
Oh, I'm sure you've got it. I'll tell you, I'm going to get Allison. I'll come back.
I just want to kind of get better than I did last year and maybe even make it on to maybe districts or whatever's going on.
Individually, I'm hoping to try to get to like a 200 score-wise.
Well, that's a pretty good one. You got it now?
Yeah. You're good. You're good.
It's camera shot. It's okay. You'll be a fan favorite now.
I'm just going to try to do my best this season. It's my first year bowling.
Hey, and that's – I want to ask you real quick. You came out your shooting dude. That takes a lot of courage and a lot of guts. What made you want to come out and bowl?
I just wanted to try something new.
Good for you. Well, we're glad to have you. So let's talk about the season. You guys open up on Thursday with Xenia. What's some of the expectations you guys have? I'm sure you guys are excited about that.
I think we'll do pretty good. We work well together as a team, and I think we can come out on top.
I agree with Kaylee, but I also think that it'll be a challenge. It's always a challenge. Xenia's pretty good, so I think we got it.
And for you, it's your first bowling match, so your expectation is just to go out there and have a good time.
Yeah.
Right? Absolutely. Ladies, I want to ask you one question that has nothing to do with bowling, okay? All right, you get in your car. You're going to turn the radio on, or your iPod, or your iPhone, or your phone. What are you going to listen to?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. We got a Swiftie here.
Whatever comes on first.
You don't turn.
No.
You just turn
I just turn it on. Yeah.
Taylor Swift is my answer
Taylor
too.
Swift. All right, you guys are Kelsey fans, are you? Travis Kelsey fans too. All right. I see, it's turning already. All right, ladies, good luck to you. We wish you all the best. We're going to talk about boys bowling when we return. With us is Craig Miller, our head boys varsity coach. He's been in the program for 16 years. Actually, one of the coaches and individuals that got bowling started here at Piqua. Craig, this is year 16. We were just talking to Jason. It's hard to believe yet another year starts, and here we go. Piqua boys bowling is always in the conversation and has been the last few years of being at the top of the league. This year probably looks like it may be similar and probably hopefully to push a little bit more to the top. Yeah. Talk a little bit about this 2023-24 season for boys bowling and what it might look like.
Well, we got 2 boys returning from last year's team and 2 new freshmen this year that are pretty good prospects. Still trying to work on that 5th bowler to make a real strong team here. Obviously we bowl here at Breakpoint Entertainment. It's a little tougher to bowl here. It's challenging for our opponents, which I think gives us an advantage when we go to their houses with the little easier patterns and shots to deal with. I look for us to have a strong year this year. Again, now that we're doing the double round robin this year, everybody's got to come here and we've got to go there. So I think that plays to our advantage a little bit.
That's a big change in bowling in the league. Last few years, it's just been one time in the league, and then now it's double run, so you come to each other's houses, so to speak, as you talked about. So certainly, when you bowl here, you got to be mentally and physically, when I say physically, temperature-wise, ready to go, because it is a home advantage for us.
Right. It's definitely challenging. It's something to get used to. It's generally pretty cold in here, but the lane conditions are pretty tough to deal with from time to time, and with the cold weather, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah. Craig, talk a little bit about those two guys that are returning and who they are and what kind of leadership we expect from them this year.
Leading us back this year will be Dylan Jenkins. He'll be a 4-year letterman this year. Been a strong bowler for the 3 previous seasons. You know, he qualified for the sectional tournament in 1 year there, and you know, he's got all the talent. He could lead the MVL this year if he puts his mind to it and stays off the stat sheets. But you know, that's, you know, to his, you know, choice. Austin Potter, you know, he had real good showings last year in several of the events, a couple of the tournaments. He's had a lot of improvement over the summer. He bowled in our youth program out here on Saturday mornings to kind of get ready for the season. So,
Coach, we literally roll it out on Thursday when Xenia on Thursday. Talk a little bit about what that looks like for us. And typically they've been a strong program on the boys' side, but we've been playing pretty well against them. And the league, it's going to be a strong league again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a strong league. You know, interested to see what's going to happen. Like I said earlier, you know, we got 4 strong ones, and we got one we're trying to get there to be strong with the rest of them. So, you know, Xenia's going to be a tough opponent again. They always are, along with Troy and Sydney programs. I know Tip City was pretty strong here the other day. I got to see them bowl against Newton out here, and they had a pretty good program too. So it'll be a challenge this year.
Yeah, well, you're always looking to evolve. You're looking to try to find that 5th one, as we are in late November and going into December. I'm sure our team might be a little different in January, and you hope so, as we get into our tournament. So, Coach, all the best to you. We wish you luck.
All right, thank you, Chuck.
All right, we're going to be back. We're going to talk to our boys bowlers when we return. All right, with our lone senior bowler this year, and he's going to introduce himself right now.
Hi, my name's Dylan Jenkins, and I'm a senior.
So, Dylan, being a senior, this will be your 4th year. You'll be a 4-year letterman. I remember when you start bowling as a freshman. It's hard to believe we've gotten to this point. Your senior year, you've had an outstanding career. What's it like to be the career that you've had, but also being a part of some good teams here the last few years?
I mean, it's just really good. Like, going to different tournaments, going against other teams, meeting new people and all that, and winning, losing.
It's been pretty neat.
Yeah, getting friends and all that.
I got to ask you, you've had a lot of highlights up to this point. What has been 1 or 2 highlights that stick out to you?
Probably the 2 highlights that sticks out to me the most is making districts my sophomore year and beating the record twice in a row for single game total.
Yeah, you're already in the record books. I'm sure you probably got your eyes on another record or 2. Talk about the expectations you have with this team this year. Opportunity. Coach is talking about how strong our league is, but he expects the Indians to be right in the thick of things.
Yeah, I agree with Craig. We have 2 freshmen that are really good. Like, their average is like above 200 already, and we haven't even started yet. But the whole team's, I think they're going pretty good about the season. Probably going to be a really good score, and probably going to be first in the
Miami?
Yeah. And that's probably it.
Well, Dylan, we expect that you guys will have a great year. We know we were looking forward to seeing you bowl and your leadership. It should be fun, as the Indians will be right at the thick of things and the top of it again. Before we go, I got to ask you a real quick question. This has nothing to do with bowling. You get in your car. What's the first thing you turn on?
The car.
The car. All right. Now, once you turn the car on, what music are you listening to?
Ooh, probably country or hip-hop music.
Country or hip-hop? Hey, you got a little bit of both in you. Yeah. All right, Dylan, good luck to you.
Good luck.
All right, we're finished up here with bowling. We are going to now go to wrestling at the Field House. We are now here inside the pit with our head wrestling coach, Hunter Bryant. Hunter, the culture in this room completely different since you've taken over. What have you done to implement some of these changes?
It's just we brought the energy to the room, took it to the kids at the younger levels, made it a fun environment, got some weight equipment in here, and numbers are up, kids are enjoying it, and hopefully the process pays off long term.
What has been one of your favorite things being over here in the old pit? We know when you were in high school, your wrestling room was still at the high school. When I first coached, it was still over there. But now we're over here in the pit. What is different about being over here than over at the high school for you?
It's fun. It's like our own little sanctuary. At the high school, it was a small room, almost like a classroom in the 500 wing. This is our own area over here. It's kind of grungy. The roof leaks in a couple spots, but heat works, mats are down, and kids get after it, and we sweat and bleed together down here.
You don't need much to make a wrestling room a home at all. You just a little bit of heat, a little bit of mats, you're good to go.
A little bit of heat, a little bit of energy.
Talk about how girls wrestling has now exploded. It's now a sanctioned sport in Ohio. We just had the very first girls sanctioned state tournament last year, and in the first girls state finals match, Piqua representative. I know you know the feeling of being a wrestler and watching the state finals, but being a coach and coaching in that state finals, what was different for you?
So it's funny as you say that. As you said that, I got chills because every wrestler in Ohio's dream growing up is to wrestle in the state finals. So to be there my second year of coaching, Avery did all the work, worked her butt off, put us in that position to be coaching Matt side for that. Regardless of the outcome, it's still a surreal feeling that it happened.
We are going to talk to Avery here shortly, as well as another wrestler, Gavin. Talk a little bit about both of them. What have they meant to the Piqua program being seniors?
When we took over, it was a young program. We had a few kids, and, Avery was really the first example of just the tough mindset, the standard of what we're going to do. And so now to have her be a senior, to have Gavin be a senior, and, we're all about vocal and yelling and supporting your teammate, and that's what a leader is to us. It's not as much as being the number one kid on the mat. It's about working hard, being the best version of yourself, and just setting the standard. And to have those two being the head of the team at this point, we have 8 kids in the youth or in the freshman class, so they're setting the standard for the future kids that come up.
Now a couple other seniors, you got Parker James, you got Max K. Max has been wrestling ever since he was 5, like me and you started out. What have both of those meant to the program as well?
So they definitely bring 2 different strong suits. Parker, he's a big football guy, he's big team, big us guy. Max, he's seasoned. He's a guy that you want. Max, when it comes down to pushing yourself, no one works as hard as Max K to push themselves to be the best version of themselves they can be. So he gets after it every day, sets the tone, and guys are chasing that every day, trying to keep up with Max and what Max is doing. So for him to be a senior, I think Max is ranked 14th right now in the state. So he's definitely chasing state qualification berth and hopefully chasing the podium when he gets to the Schottenstein Center.
Let's hope we can get more than one person at state this year. We had Avery last year qualify, the only qualifier. Let's get some more people there as well. Your program has just grown tremendously, and like you said, it does start with the little kids. A lot of people don't know you're also the director of the youth program here at Piqua as well. How are you getting those kids at such a young age to stay with it and keep going all the way through junior? I mean, this is the most junior high kids I've seen on the wrestling team since I've been here. Even with the high school people, this is crazy how many people are in this wrestling room practicing right now. How have you guys found that success?
It's just getting in the schools and showing face. At the high school, it's really hard to find high schoolers, but we were fortunate to find a couple sophomores our first year that are now part of the big 8-person senior class. And then 2 years ago, our freshmen now were 7th graders, and it's going to the football practices, just pounding into their brains of the importance of wrestling and just making you a elite athlete, making you better for one day when you're in the real world. And then at the youth level, same thing, blasting them up at the Piqua Youth Football Association. And, a lot of it is really crushed off of the football team because wrestling really benefits football. And if you're a lot of males in Piqua play football, they do. So we've really pushed it there. And, to have Parker James, he's going to go play football next year, Division I, Division II, and he's going to be successful at it. Lance Reeves wrestled. So we push the names that have come out of Piqua that had success on the football field and have them look at their wrestling background as well.
Now, but last thing, and then I'll let you get back to coaching here real quick. Just a question about some of your schedule coming up. You guys travel to Tip City, and on the 16th, you guys have the holiday tournament. You guys go to a lot of very tough tournaments to get you prepared for sectionals and districts and all those Division I schools. But you do wrestle some of the smaller D3 schools as well. How is your schedule shaping up, and what are you looking forward to the most? I know 3 matches, I think, here at the pit so far.
So we're just looking to just do our best and succeed. I mean, I tell these kids, go out there and fight and do your best every match, and whatever the outcome is, that's a win. So go out there, pour your heart out. We have 22 kids on the high school team, and only 6 of them have been wrestling for more than 2 years. So that's 18 kids that are, in reality, in the high school level, is pretty raw to the sport. So, I mean, they go out there, they work their butts off in here every day, and we're just looking forward to get to compete and show the hard work these guys have put in, the hard work that 27 junior high kids have put in, the hard work that the 86 youth kids are putting in right now to prepare to push them through these levels to where it's fun, but also we want to win matches.
Hunter, we wish you guys the best of luck for the remainder of the year. We're going to talk to Avery. We're going to talk to Gavin when we come back. Joining me now are a couple of the seniors on our Piqua High School wrestling team. We got Avery. We got Gavin. Guys, introduce yourself a little bit to the community. We'll start with Avery.
My name's Avery, and I'm a senior, and I've wrestled for about 10 years now, and this year is my last year at Piqua High School.
My name's Gavin Nelson. I've been wrestling for about 9 years now, and this is my 3rd year at the Piqua Wrestling Room.
Avery, you have had the honor of christening the girls wrestling tournament last year, being one of the first girls to step on the mat for the finals in the first year of sanctioned sports. What did that mean to you? And I mean, just thinking about it, I was getting chills, and I was so proud of you that you made it that far. What was that experience like for you?
The overall experience is really good because ever since I've grown up, it's just been boys and you never see girls. And then at the state tournament, it's just a whole different experience.
What did you feel when you found out that Avery was going to be in the state finals, the first girls state finals, wrestling that first match? What was going through your head?
I was excited, had big hopes for her, and I knew she killed the tournament and did really well. So I was excited for her.
And you've actually really improved a lot during your tenure here at Piqua too. Talk a little bit about what it's been like to be in this wrestling room with all these kids and these coaches.
It's really good. It's a good environment. We get after it. We go hard and we work hard every day and just always try to improve ourselves.
Avery, what about you? What has it been like being in this room with these coaches every single day for the last 10 years of your life?
It's an amazing experience. Everything you learn in here you can use outside of high school in your life every day.
Is there any matches that you guys are looking forward to this year? I know we got 3 here at home, Sydney, Greenville, Milton Union. You guys got the holiday tournament, things like that. Anything you guys are really looking forward to the most?
I can't wait for our senior night against Sydney.
Yeah, I'm excited for the holiday tournament just because the big names that are there and I want to beat that competition. So,
what is some of your guys' goals this year? Obviously, everyone probably knows what your goal is to get back to the state finals and win it. But what are some of your goals this season for both of you?
I think our goals is for our team to win all of our duels and just get place high at NVL, win it, and just succeed as a team in general.
My personal goal is to make it to the state finals. And as a team, I want to see us all succeed and have winning records and do well at NVL.
How awesome is it that you guys have 22 team members, 22 people on your team? I mean, a few years ago it was 10, maybe 8. What does it mean for you guys to step into a wrestling room with 22 other people that you can bang around with and wrestle with and teach your craft?
The numbers that we have in the room now just makes everyone better because we have more variety and we can make people better and then they move on and make other people better.
Yeah, the numbers are great. Our room has grew a whole lot and I'm excited to see how everyone does.
All right, last question, and we'll let you guys get back to working here. Favorite TV show to binge watch? Now, you just told me you don't really watch TV. What are you listening to before you step out on that mat?
Drake.
Favorite TV show you binge watch?
Probably Shameless.
Shameless. That's a good one. That's a really good one. All right, guys, we wish you guys the best of luck. Get back to practice, and hopefully we'll see you guys on the podium at state. This will conclude this edition of the Piqua Indians Winter Sports Preview Show here on the Indian Nation Station. Come out and support all of our winter sports teams here at Piqua High School, junior high, and the elementary level. For these two wrestlers right here, I'm AJ Ganger. So long, go Indians, and good luck to all of our winter sports teams.